Hi, everyone. We have one more day. I'm trying to light a candle, and I'm not succeeding very well. I hate that. It's fine. Non-dominant hand for the win. But we got a candle. This is actually the same candle. This is how far I've gotten it down that we got for the log cabin flannel for the snowstorms and schnapps. So have a little bit of the woods with me. Okay, hello, Ingrid. I was running away. I was running a little bit behind. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, Allie. Hello again tonight. Hello. Yes, the mandel. That's right, the mandel. Yes, the mandel. I know you're teasing. Hi, Jeff. Hi. Hey, Don. Well, if you notice, I'm not the only one who's showing up over and over and over again. We're all a little obsessed. No, I am exhausted. Those are facts. I slept before coming on, so I slept for a good hour and a half between 6 and 7:30 my time. It's now 9 o'clock my time. There is no Zoom after tonight because I have to be live again tomorrow with y'all 9 a.m. So no Zoom. I say. We'll see if I hold to it. I'm going to try. Maybe not. We'll probably do a Zoom afterwards. If nothing else, just because I like to talk with you guys. Christina's like, I said I wouldn't do another 2 a.m., but I lied. I hope you had a good birthday party or not birthday party. Jeff says, yes, for the last couple of hours, we've been catching up on what was missed earlier. Well, there is somebody joining me for this session. It is the wonderful Ikello, I believe. He's a little bit later. He's squeezing us in, which is great. And then Nat is actually going to rejoin us tomorrow. He would like to come back and show us. Oh no. Well, Graybeard, have you watched any of the other lives? Or this is the first one of the 12 that you're watching? Let me know. But yeah, I will be explaining. Okay, good. Then you'll have the announcement. All right, we'll do the announcement. Sorry, the voice. Okay. Here's the announcement. We are closing the Future Fiction Academy Mastermind to new signups after December 20th. Well, on December 20th. December 20th inclusive. Like, you can still sign up on December 20th, but December 21st, no. I'll share my screen real fast to share with you guys the notes. Your notes are linked in your description, which is where they always live when we do these big write-a-thons, because I'm a glutton for punishment. But why not? We'll see how much voice I have tomorrow. And I will go ahead and give you guys the link. And hello, Beverly. Good to see you, girl. I need to call you and catch up. I got some news. Okay, so we're closing the Mastermind Lab to new signups. Okay. What that means is that, but we are giving everyone a 30-day free trial. So if you sign up between today and December 20th, you have 30 days to try out the Future Fiction Academy, including all of our glorious toys, methodologies, and all of that. Dash is scratching at the door, so I'll be right back. Slave to my dog. Come on, bug. Okay. Some other really wicked cool news is in here as well. Includes all of our standalone classes are buy one or 50% off. So if the Mastermind is not for you and it's not for everybody, I'm going to really stress that it's not for everybody. Our standalone classes are 50% off until December 2nd, except for the advanced Raptor Write, and you can't use it on the Mastermind. But it does include our brand new class done by the very own Natasha Sass right here. So these are the following classes that you can use the coupon on. if something says Dean of Future Fiction Academy is the author, so how to prompt fiction, how to write a novella, how to write short stories, and the character focused, those are all in your mastermind. So if you're going to do the mastermind, you may or may not want to buy those classes. The one that is not included in the mastermind is this Raptor Write for Cozy Mystery. This one will not be included. It is written by, it is done by one of the members of the mastermind, Natasha Sass, who's an amazing cozy mystery writer and has been with the FFA for over a year. She's very talented in AI writing, and she was the most talented. Like, I couldn't think of someone better to teach AI writing and mystery. So the cozy mystery class is not included. She just added some more workbooks and stuff to that class today to kind of make it even better for people who are taking that class. Not that it needed it. She was just given a lanyap. But the ones that are by the Dean of Future Fiction Academy, that means it's either by me, Steph, or Stacy. Those are included in the mastermind. So you do not have to buy those separately. Now, what if you leave the mastermind? Well, if you leave the mastermind, then yeah, you don't have access to the classes anymore. So we do have people who buy the classes and the mastermind because they may come and go from the mastermind. Because here's the thing. We're authors. You know, you're not locked in. It's not a mastermind like $500 for the low price of $500, and you are locked in for 12 months and, you know, pay all this ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, we didn't do that. We didn't even do one of those like funnel pages either. Because quite frankly, I don't want the most amount of people that I can get in the mastermind. I would have advertised it differently if I had done that. I want the people who are genuinely want to get on the train. Because we have very exciting, important things to do over the next year to keep on track, to stay ahead of the game, and to keep innovating things. So Easy Peasy Book Machine as a prompt, for example, has been shared, and it's blowing people's minds in a good way. But that is not the result of like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I played with AI for 2 days, and now I have this Easy Peasy Book Machine that works. That prompt is the result of like over 8 months of working with all these different models, then waiting for a model actually capable of following the logic. And even then, you still kind of have to know what you're doing prompting wise, because as we're finding out, a lot of these models are truncating our responses like out of the blue. Anyone experiencing that with Claude and OpenAI and some of these standard models? In Google's having issues too. Anyone getting stuck with only getting like 200 words or 400 words when they could originally get like 3,000? Oh, wait. Anyway, earlier people in the chat, in the mastermind, I am so, I apologize. This is number 9. Number 9 in 3 days. Plumstone said it's been really bad for me today. And Al says, yep. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, F1 News. We got to have that. Max Verstappen got penalized. And so even though he won pole position, because he blocked George Russell on one of the outlaps and he wasn't going the minimum speed on the track, they docked him one grid spot, one place on the grid. So he's not in first place now. George Russell is, and Verstappen is in second. So, and of course, everyone's like, well, that's because the FIA hates non-British drivers. Couldn't it all be because Max Verstappen didn't follow the rules? But, you know. Okay, so there's your F1 news. Very excited for the race tomorrow morning. Jeff says not in the low hundreds, but about half the 2,500 I was getting. Yeah, OpenAI has been doing that. And Rick says I'm still getting good word counts. And Harper says it's not that extreme, but yeah, response length is much shorter than even a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's ebbing and flowing right now. I think they're all kind of tweaking on the back end what they're doing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of housekeeping. We've done a lot this Thanksgiving. I've been trying to rename the YouTubes like what we did, but definitely need to go back and do more of that. But coming back to the notes real fast, all of your notes are here. So we went through this in different lives. I've talked about kind of the history of the FFA and where we started and all that, the state of AI being sold today, innovations, some obstacles, and what does it mean? We haven't talked on this for a little bit. And so you have your easy peasy book machine prompt example. We went over that in one of the lives on Thanksgiving on Thursday. Check 1, 2, or 3. We did change the prompt to a family drama novella planning. So we did all of that. You can, as you watch the video, everything is there. I give you guys all the information for the different premises and stuff. This was when we worked on Tempest and Tequila. And we also talked about comparing multiple models one time. We talked about spoken.press, which is a new AI audio outlet. They are making their own platforms. That was when? Was that this? That was yesterday. Okay, Friday. No, shoot. That was all Thursday. Okay, Friday. No, it was Friday. It was that Friday afternoon. Friday night, Nat from Kindle Trends came. You can sign up there. Your first month is free. There's a link to the tutorial for it. And we had a lot of fun last night with Kindle Trends and looking at the data. And then this is the result of the Zoom class last night after the 9 p.m. The one where I was working till 1 a.m. in the morning. Not advisable. But we did record that for the Mastermind. We'll get that recording up eventually soon, probably in a few days. I don't know. I made promises in that I may not be able to keep. Oh, and by the way, those who are in the Mastermind, please make sure you check the Discord. If you don't have the Discord, I'll make sure it gets on the Notion. I'll see if I can find someone to put it on the Notion calendar. Actually, I'll just add it to the Notion calendar right now. This is what I have to do as an activator. Just kidding. So here is your calendar of classes. And we have tomorrow. Let's see. I'm in November. So let me go to December. We have all the YouTube lives. Lord have mercy. So I'm going to click on Sunday. Andy Gallo had to work today. Why can't I add another one? Am I in the wrong? No, I'm not. Oh, because I'm in the share one. Hold on. Un momento. I have to just go to Notion. That's the link to share it. So I just have to go to my shortcut over here. Okay, now I'm in the I can make changes. So December 1st here, I will add. We have a community. It's not really a community led. FFA members 25 and 25 discussion. This was organized by Andy Gallo, and it does have a time. I'm going to include the time. What time is the time? Does anyone remember the time for tomorrow? Let me check my notes with Andy. I think we're doing 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. because the race is at 11. Priorities, people, priorities. So 1 o'clock p.m. And it is in the lab room. So you can find that link. I don't think that this we'll do a rocket. No, maybe not a rocket. We'll do we will do a star. That'll work. Okay. So that way it's on the calendar for everybody about that. And I'll put what the information about it is. Getting together to strategize and talk out the realities in 2025. Okay, so there we go. So there's that event. And I think we're going to be seeing more and more of these kinds of things in the FFA. By the way, this is the calendar. You guys I showed you the link to it just a second ago. You can see the full calendar that has all of the events that anybody in the Mastermind can go to. So like this coming week, we have all the YouTubes tomorrow. There's a boot camp on Monday. What did I do to myself? Do I not have? Okay. Yeah, I have a day off on Thursday. Cool. Club Strat is on Tuesday, 2 sessions. Steph is teaching her translations with Raptor Write, finishing that up. Then we have our boot camp for talking about Pride and Prejudice 2025. And then Steph is doing her class on pantsing with Raptor Write, Lynn Jordan is finishing out the week with publicity and promotions. And this is all this week. Adam Nadelin is running Aussie and Flipside writing sessions. And yeah, these are all the things for the mastermind that you can go to. I highly recommend you go to a live class. These times look different when you click the link. It's because Notion will show you the time in your local time zone. So it's very handy that way. If you are not a part of the Future Fiction Academy Mastermind Lab, click this community classes tab and it'll have all of the community classes that you can go to. So you'll see that there's some Raptor Writes, there's Flipside writings. It looks like Lynn Jordan is, this is November. Yeah, so we have some December ones. We'll have some more classes added in here. We just haven't done it yet. So stay tuned. It'll probably be up by Monday. Or on Monday. That works too. So that is, did I lose my turkey? I did lose my turkey. Go back. Okay, just kidding. I'll go find my turkey again. Write-a-thon. All the way down. Turkey. There we go. We're back on the turkey. And let me check the notes the code is BF24. Best friend 24, not best friend 25. Yep. Okay. Oh, maybe it is in the quad room. Thanks, Ingrid. I will fix it. Sorry. Well, if it's in the quad room, that means anyone can go. I don't think he was intending for everybody, even if they're not in the mastermind, to do that one. So I think we'll just keep it in the lab room. Yeah, I'll make sure everybody gets notified. That makes more sense to me. I really don't think that was intended to be a community class for everybody. Yeah, we're going to do it in the lab room. Yeah, it's in the lab room for just FFA, not quad. Quad's for everybody. Okay. Yeah, it's in the turkey, your notes, Beverly. Kindle Trends was great for trends and best business practices. Oh yeah, for the quad room. Cool. And yes, Olivia, I'm feeling this right now. Yes. Oh my God, I'm live again. Although I don't feel very alive. I feel very dead at the moment. And this is the longest 20 minutes ever. Let's see if Ikela posts anything. Okay. So I did do some work with Raptor Write while we were gone. Oh, also in the notes, I didn't finish what I was talking about. So after I made promises last night, we started creating this idea of a public relations company that's run by the devil or run by hell for influencers who have sold their soul to the devil. And it's a really cool premise. And we wrote chapter 1 this morning at the 9 a.m. class, 11 a.m. class, 10:30 a.m. class, whatever. It was this morning. It was the early one this morning is when we wrote chapter 1. Then at 4 o'clock, Stacy and Stephanie joined me and we went ahead and we edited that chapter, 1900 words live. There were some arguments about some wording, but we got through it. Dismal, triggered a lot of people. I'm just going to say we had to change it to elegant, but it was the right change. So I appreciate that, Rick. So we have that. And I went ahead and put a copy in your notes so that you guys have it. So if you're watching the lives later on, you can still see that the notes are in the notes here. We do have chapter 1 and then chapter 2. I'm sorry, chapter 1 and then edit to chapter 1. So if I come back over to Raptor Write, I was kind of working a little bit where this is actually 100% AI written material here, chapter 2. I'll make it bigger. I was using Strawberry for this Devil is in the Details. We have these new handy dandy prompt and lock system, so I can lock something so that even if I toggle it off, it won't leave my active folder. What's interesting is that it picked up in her phrase, and it really did match a lot the writing style better to chapter 1 because we fixed chapter 1. And then it's still in her point of view, all the way through with Lucius, and then what the hell had got myself into. And then it like immediately went to the morning. So it's doing that thing where it's truncating. It's making these very, very short. And so all of chapter 2 is 2,400 words. I also had it make plans for the book series. I went ahead and said, here's all the information I know about the book series because we have 6 novellas. I made a few tweaks here, like adding that there should be sex, but it was like a fantasy of one of the characters or something like that. And it kind of gave the information about the characters and all of that right here. And then here is the detailed chapter outline that we have. Purpose, prologue, provide a brief glimpse into the catastrophic event caused by the influencer's failed demonic contract, setting the high stakes and supernatural tone. Okay. Here is the thing about this story. This is like the next level story craft that we have to do. And I can't do it tonight. I'm just going to be honest with you. My brain is too mush. But in a really good story idea where the contract, Violet Reed is an influencer. And when it started writing about it, it was really kind of cool. She actually says a narcissist with supernatural powers. Yeah, what could go wrong? You really thought she was going to follow the contract? But what I would like to do, what would be the smart way to do it, or maybe just cool, I guess, is if something in the prologue happens that signals a way for Laura, the woman who took the embezzlement money. Basically, it's really great when you can make interconnected stories and like those things of like, the idea of like a butterfly flaps its wings kind of a thing. How does that on the other side of the world, how does that cause like a tsunami on the other side of the world? So an unfortunate circumstances of events, and it makes you kind of question the whole storyline, which is kind of cool, is if something that Violet Reed does when she cancels her contract triggers off Tessa getting caught about the embezzlement or the embezzlement coming out, if that makes sense. That's my own personal thoughts, but let me know in the chat what you guys think. Oh, it's not the chat, it's the comments. Maybe it's the chat? I guess it's the chat. I don't know. Anyway, it's done a couple of versions. It's not what I want necessarily. So we could work on this. The other thing I kind of wanted to do as an experiment, and one I haven't done with Strawberry, is I'm going to duplicate this project. No, I won't duplicate the project. I'll just figure out my life. I'm going to create a new folder. Oh,
okay. All right.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. I'm just tired.
I'm
just going to make a new folder called Read and Use This Later.
I see.
I'm just going to add that folder. So back in my active, we were just calling, I've got a crazy, crazy idea.
What's that crazy, crazy idea?
I'm going to read and use this later. Read and use this later. And then also this one. Move to folder. Read and use this later. I think I'm going to go same thing with this one. Okay. So I don't love everything here for the 6-book series. So what I'm going to do is for the actual stuff here, the detailed plan, I'm going to highlight this plan that has the chapter outline, and I'm going to have it be edited. So, and I actually don't like chapter 2 either. So turn off. Oh, cool. Chapter 2 went away. Thank you. I don't know where it went, but it went somewhere. I think it went back to, it was supposed to go to the read and use this later. So I'm going to grab this like, plan for this book. Now, this document has all the information about the characters and then the books and all of that. So what I want to do, though, is some parts of this where I don't like, I'm going to explain what I don't like. My AI that I have here is O1 Preview. I don't know that it's going to obey, but we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to click Revise. And I had this. So I'm going to be like, all chapters must be here. And I'm going to say this story needs to be full circle where something in the prologue from Violet Reed violating her contract later on becomes clear as the catalyst that revealed Tessa's embezzlement. This outline needs more details, higher stakes, more lust and romance. You won't have to write those scenes. But I need to know where they are. And let's see here. This outline needs more details, higher stakes, more lust and romance. And the human world problems of the loans into the next book. All right, so click submit and let's see what it does.
So obviously this is a continuation of the of your live stream from earlier, the one before this one, where
nobody saw me do this stuff. I was doing this on my own, just like playing around with it and seeing what it can do. And then I have this crazy idea, which I'm not going to reveal until we get a good outline first. But then you guys are going to be like, I haven't done this crazy idea in over a year and a half. So I'll give you a hint. GPT-4 could never really, I mean, it could outline that way, but it could never write that way. That's the only hint I'll give. Oh, yes, this is cool. So we have this.
Are you building a 6-book series?
Yeah. But we're just working on book 1 right now.
I didn't realize it was going
novella.
to be 6 books. My goodness, you're ambitious.
So then we have Lucia, and then that, and then Tessa is partnered with Kane, and then Tessa, and Tessa, and Tessa, and then Kane is not till chapter 8. And then Tessa, and then
Tessa Kane, Tessa.
All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to thumbs it up because it's got to be better than what we originally had, and it's not great. Okay, so here we go. Can everybody see it okay? As long as I keep like the top and keep rolling it, keep scrolling it. Okay, so we have all these characters. All right, prologue, Violet Reed. Purpose, set the stage by showcasing Violet Reed's violation of her demonic contract, which inadvertently exposes Tessa's embezzlement and changes. This needs to be from Tessa's point of view, I think. I don't know. I'll think about that. We already have this scene. Warning her about dangerous creditors. She hints the downfall might be part of something bigger, but doesn't elaborate. She gets a mysterious call. So we have chapter 1 done, and we edited that in the 4 p.m. one. Chapter 2 is the mysterious job offer. So she meets Lucius Thorne, and the contract is dense and archaic language. I'm going to add here. That Tessa is an anti-hero and in crisis of her own making. Okay. They're also... Okay. She signs without scrutinizing the details. Nope. This is, I think, more When she walks out his door, there is no contract.
This is great work in the beginning.
Yeah, who's going to help her, you know?
Yeah.
There we go. I feel like there needs to be a scene here that is Kane.
What?
Well, because if Lucius gets her to sign and Tessa leaves, we need to get Kane in the story somehow.
Well, Kane needs to be in the building when Lucius is doing his first thing with her. I mean, that needs to be the initial meeting, right?
Not till later. She hasn't met Kane. She meets Kane on her orientation the next day. We have that. But basically, if Lucius gets the contract, then we would immediately have we should have a scene from the perspective of Kane.
But what is that's what I'm trying to do, is create the scenario for showing him before he meets Tessa.
That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've had scenes from Tessa, 2 scenes from Tessa.
Right.
We need to go ahead and have a scene that's like in media res from Kane's point of view.
Yeah.
That he's getting alerted that about Violet and about Tessa and all that jazz.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No,
we're giving the reader more information than the character has. So Tessa doesn't know about Kane, but the reader's going to find out about Kane and be like, oh.
Yes. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I was actually working under the assumption that the only way to meet Kane was to meet him through Tessa, but I get it. He finds out after the fact. Yeah, that works really well. Mm-hmm. Harper says, I always love it when I connect. Let's see here. I always love it when I connect books in a series that readers might not expect. I love that too.
We need a chapter here from Kane's point of view. By Lucius.
There's a suggestion in the chat that we have the scene be between Lucius and Kane.
Huh?
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Lucius and Kane? Okay. Oh,
what?
There you go. Nothing. I'm producing.
Meeting with Lucius. But Kane is skeptical that he's being told everything.
Mm-hmm. No problem, McKinley.
Huh?
Again, I'm producing.
Yeah, no problems with Kane. Users explains that Kane will oversee Tessa. And Kane asks about if he's to reveal his true nature. Making Lucius laugh. Not on the first day, but she will need to accept you. Yeah, I'm already kind of planning, since this whole thing has to be like a trap thing. I think that it's going to turn into like a whole trap thing. Like, this is a common thing in this stuff. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. And this is kind of an old trope. Okay. But it's a trope that I know. What if, like, because everything's interconnected, right? Everything has a purpose. There's nothing going with the idea that there is no free will. You know, that's kind of like the oh, I lost you.
No, oh, you're talking to me. I was thought you were presenting to the audience.
No,
I'm talking to me. Okay, I was trying to
I
produce.
was talking to myself for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
not very well. Now that you're here, I can use you for an energy battery, and I'm getting more energy. So
no.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we think about this idea that Lucius and Tessa basically are fated mates in a sinister, devilish kind of way? So like they have to breed, or she has to get pregnant is part of the reason. Like, but it's part of the bigger overarching like stuff. So that if this is successful, there's a reason to do a book 2 or a series 2 or continue the series or a season 2.
So she finds out she's pregnant at the end of the book?
Maybe. Oh, wait, we got to, ooh, yes. Yeah. We could do that at the end of book 6. I like that.
Book 6?
Yeah, there's 6 books.
No, her being pregnant at the end of book 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rosemary's Baby. I mean, they're gonna, yeah. Anyway, here's what I'm thinking. So a lot of the sex scenes are actually going to be like fantasies, like nightmares or what, like where Tessa doesn't know if she really is or not having sex with Cain.
Oh.
I mean, he's a demon, right? Yeah, see? This is some good stuff, I think.
I'm sorry. It made me giggle.
It's tropey. And again, Rosemary's Baby. This is where you can kind of bank on certain running tropes and iconographies, like the idea of not that this kid would be the Antichrist or anything, but like that there's a lot of stuff that's a classic about this. But the twist on it here is that we've brought it into this modern pop culture world where there's Instagram followers and stuff on the line. So I'm going to have this scene with Lucius where he reminds Cain. I like the idea that he's got to torment Tessa. He's got to remind Cain, she's not an innocent. You know, and that's going to be a hot series. Oh my goodness.
All right, so the idea that I'm getting from all of these live streams and all this stuff that you've been doing is write to market, but write cool stuff to market and use AI to get it out as quickly as possible. And then when you want to market the first book, write the second book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just saying.
So we're going to go with the character arc here.
Jen says, yeah, this is classic. I love it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is totally giving me Buffy vibes. Are you going to put any comedy in it?
We can. Yeah, I think that there should definitely be comedy with the people who are... There's going to be some comedic, like comedy and violence, and it's going to be a whole experience.
Okay.
Cade's job is to torment Tessa, and unbeknownst to him or Tessa, but Lucius knows, both are being manipulated into breeding a child together for Hell's own purpose. The end of the book 6 series should end on a cliffhanger that Tessa might be pregnant. And we are not making her 32. She is 42. And yes, you can still get pregnant. Like, we're going to make this, very...
surprise.
Yeah. Ain't nobody... Well, that's not true. I won't say that. It's wonderful if people get pregnant at 42. I am 42 and I do not want to be pregnant right now. No, thank you. She forms a complicated... In book 1, it's unclear if he was really there or if it was a dream. but there are marks on her body. Bam! So this is just like traditional mythology, like with demons and succubuses and all of that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking Harry Dresden Files, sort of.
Naomi Chen. So this one is, I'm gonna have Naomi.
Okay, I'm going to answer a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Christina asks, would you create a project for each book? Well,
no. Now we have folders. I can just throw the books into individual folders.
Yeah, I would not. I'd like make this project the books.
Yeah, because it's novellas.
Yeah, you can just split them off. Now that you can have folders, you can just silo those off into their own folder. Excuse me.
And is assigned to find a way for them to recover their assets.
Ooh, God bless.
Yep, we're making Naomi.
Plumstone says, I know 2 women who had their first at 45. I too have a very good friend who is closing in on 50 and has a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So I understand that one. Jen says, especially in urban fantasy and paranormal romance, readers love going back to see these classic tropes.
Yeah.
A lot of the successful authors wrote super long series for decades, so it works. It definitely works.
Yep, Lucius Thorne, silver streaked black hair.
You know what's interesting? The fact that you can really experiment with this idea and do it in a 6-book series so quickly that you can decide, you can find out whether or not it's viable or not. It's pretty cool.
Is this okay if Tessa has an affair? She also has an affair. I mean, they're demons, right? With Damien.
You want Tessa to have an affair with Damien?
Yeah, I think later on.
You mean in a second, third book?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Because when you write these things,
our lovely gentleman from down under from Kendall Trends is right. When you do this, it makes me nervous.
Hold on. Romance readers won't like an affair. If it's a paranormal, I mean, it's a paranormal, like this isn't, because it's also going in urban fantasy. So it's got romance elements to it, but it's like, I mean, I think this is going to be fine. Let me explain what I'm thinking here.
Didn't Twilight have something like this?
Kinda, yeah. Thinking along the lines of like Twilight a little bit, where you're kind of rooting for her to be with Jake. No, not like that. Here's the actual tension of a story when you write a story with gods, demons, mythology, or whatever. It's who has control. Is there free will? That is the existential big question from a literary analysis standpoint. So if you're writing a series like I am, where it seems like hell has got all these things in place and you can't overturn them. This actually happens in the Devil's Advocate movie too. So in this, there's always the thing where the human screws up the plans of the supernatural. So if the prophecy was that she had to get pregnant with Cain, and she's going to actually read those documents, I think, in book 1, but it's not going to be revealed until later books about what she read The Great Escape or whatever. She can have an affair with Damien and be like, no, boys, I get both of you. You're demons, after all. What's going to happen? We're going to go to hell. And then the baby's not Cain's. The baby is Damien's. So it doesn't work.
Oh, that's Oh.
Yeah, you have to. When you are building villains think that they're the hero of the story.
I mean, and he's omniscient. So he believes that he knows the
Uh-huh.
very
But
devil's advocate.
there's
You're right.
always limitations to their power. Now, this is not what happens in Devil's Advocate. It's a different, I'm not going to review it. Generation 666 and Diabolical. Yeah.
My favorite. Great movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, this way. And again, we don't have to deal with all of this. Let's see how the first 6 books perform. If people like it, we'll move on. We'll do some more stuff.
But it doesn't really matter because you're cranking it out and making sure you're at screw it, it's fine. And then you either or you, yeah. What is this?
Are you sure? I could have sworn Keanu gets preggers. No, that didn't happen. But yeah, there's other things that happen in that
That's funny.
Yeah, alternate Jen's like alternate ending. And Harper's like, he would have in some of my books. All right, we can do that. We can make Kane and Tessa pregnant. Why not? Damien just got around. No, I'm kidding. That's a different genre.
I was gonna say
we'd have to look at some different categories for that.
I have some really different categories. I'm sure there's a niche of 500 people that will read it, though.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Damien and Tessa make the baby and Kane carries it. No, we'll have Kane kill Damien and all this other stuff. Like it'll be a great story.
It'd be almost cooler if Damien has to kill Kane because if he doesn't, Kane will be like damned to something or other. So he's saving him and also killing him at the same time.
You're making this a men's adventure.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, that would be great for a male audience. If you were writing this book like just straight paranormal, you absolutely would focus on those kinds of roles for the men, I think.
Even if you still had the relationship in the middle of it, right?
Right. But majority of my readers are most likely going to be women. So what women want to see is that Tessa is the one in charge. Tessa is amazing. Mm-hmm. And Tessa was just playing them all because she saw the documents early on in book 1 that of what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. What's interesting is that I don't actually know these genres very well. I try to, I muddle through trying to figure out how to do them, but I have had a huge education in being able to expand on my own genres. I can do a military sci-fi, but I've never thought of putting romantic elements into anything like that before.
You should.
So
it gets lonely out in space.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And well, go ahead.
For this genre, when the woman can not really be the damsel in distress, it's fantastic. Going back to the original Buffy movie, like with Christy Swanson, there's a point where he's got the thing around her neck or whatever, and she's like tilting, and he's like enjoying, and like he's monologuing, he's taking his sweet time to get to her pretty little neck, and the music stops, and she was warned when the music stops, and he was like, get back here, because she's like, the trance is broken. And there's a point, she's like, what? She holds up a crucifix, and he's like, oh, is that supposed to stop me? She's like, no, because he sets it on fire. And he goes, no, my keen fashion sense. And she sprays hairspray in his face. That's the kind of stuff that makes the female audience go, yeah. And the men, not all men, but, guys kind of like roll their eyes like, Okay.
I don't know. I loved Buffy.
Yeah.
I love paranormal action camp comedy and romance, because I mean there was a heavy tone of will she won't she, with both oh gosh, what is his name, Angel, and with Spike
Yep.
in that show.
So Jen says romance is great to add to a lot of stories because feelings equals drama, and everything is heightened if it's whether it's office drama or space war.
Conflict. You need conflict.
Drama. Zedekiah says that they were Team Spike and Buffy, and that they like Buffy too. Yep.
That, I'm telling you, Angel or Spike.
I never liked Drusilla or whatever, Spike's original girlfriend. Like, that woman just creeped me out, and I wanted her dead.
Didn't she die?
She did.
Yeah,
I think.
Got your wish.
I don't know. Harper was like, I wanted her to be with Spike because I wanted Angel for myself. I did too, until like the actor was not so great. But yeah, Jen says, oh, Drusilla. By the way, if you go back and try to watch the old Buffys, fair warning, it's a little cringe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we thought that this was so cool.
It was probably, well, he knew how to write to the moment. You know, yeah. He knew how to run a writer's room that could write to the moment that they were in. That's why it's so important for you. That Kindle Trends, as I was watching that thing, I was like, oh my goodness. So you basically started this whole process because of that, right?
No, not exactly. It was the Zoom last night where I picked up a gauntlet I shouldn't have picked up.
Wait a minute, but didn't you already talk about it in the Kindle Trends thing that you were going to do something in this genre?
Nope.
Or am I misremembering?
Yeah, you're misremembering. That did not happen. We talked in the Kindle Trends. We were doing romance and sports romance and playing with the data. And then we showed how it can't bring shellfish into that. And then we had like a sports romance
I think that's
back on the oyster farm.
Yeah, I think that's as far as I got was in the live stream, in the replay. I got as far as the oyster farm thing, and then I was like, okay. I needed to do something else anyway. I was like, this is a good spot.
Yeah, I'll share what I did real fast in that live, because I don't think I'm going to get more writing done because I'm so tired, but that's okay. So we'll do this just to explain how this works.
Those are comfortable looking.
I know, but I didn't even buy them. They're just stuck on here with my account. I am logged in, which is fine, because you should do this not logged in. But in this particular case, I am logged in, and there's a reason for that. It's because I want to write something that I want to write. So the algorithms are going to show me stuff that I'm actually interested in. So that's what I'm doing. So the first thing that we did was I started off with a slow burn paranormal romance, because I was like, oh, I could do a slow burn, six novellas. Let's see if that's actually exciting. So when you type that in, it'll tell you how many total results there are, which is 5,000. If I go with Kindle Store, there's 4,000. If I scroll down to the left-hand side, it'll tell me how many have come out in the last 30 days, which is 60 results. Oh. But when I actually looked at some of these, it kind of like started, okay, reverse harem, I wasn't interested in, but now I kind of am. There's another reverse harem. There's the Reaper's Last Kiss.
Is the reverse harem a bunch of boys?
Reverse harem is white shoes. It's the idea that a woman has multiple lovers.
Okay, yeah.
And they're all cool with it. Like they all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're all participating at the same time. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I really think I'm going to go with this kind of a cover art here, something along that lines, maybe. But when I start looking at some of these things, I went to the covers that grabbed my attention. So like here, this one is 223 pages. So that's right at 50K. Came out November 19th. It is Kindle Unlimited. It's the first book in a series. And then coming down here, it's 23,000 in the paid Kindle store. And this isn't actually one we looked at. We were looking at all kinds of different things. So one of the books we clicked had demons or something in it. And so then that got me on that tangent. So let me go show you what we found with that. So this is how you search by keyword. This is one way to do it. When I go demon, paranormal romance. Okay, so same thing. Look how there's 30,000 results. So it's a much bigger pool. I can click down here, last 30 days, and I see that there's 300 results. And I was like, well, this is going to be like impossible to compete with. But when you come to, we'll do Damsel to the Demon real fast. This is a short. This is probably more erotica, which is fine. That's cool. But the thing I want to know is I want to know the bestseller rank. This is the big deal here. Because it's 400 in the bestsellers rank. Let me open this in a new tab. So bestsellers rank, the Death King, that was the one that we clicked on before, and it got our in the sold to keep. All right. I don't care about that list. I care about new releases. This is about hitting the hot new release list, because if you can hit the hot new release list, it's a signal that you're getting. If you can hit, let me rephrase. If your book can hit the right hot new release list, okay? So you don't want to just hit any hot new release list. You want your book to be a good book for a hot new release list that's not getting enough books of what the readers like. This is a little hard to explain, but you're going to see it. So if we look here, does everybody agree that these book covers kind of look like Devil or something like that? Supernatural, paranormal, we're all good.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 through 8. Good. Even if I scroll down, 9. Yep. These are all looking very demony. All right. Look what happens when I get down into the lower parts of this.
Oh, things start looking inconsistent.
You'll occupy my heart. And then dolls and mirrors.
Athena's Athea's vampire.
Now, what I want to look at, I don't understand that one either. I'm going to right click and open this in a new tab. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to number 1, and I'm just going to take a look at, a book that I know is like it matches you want to grab a book that actually looks like it would serve the readership that would be advertised books that were hitting this list. So let's look at King of Blood, for example, a seductive and totally, because it's book number 9. No, I don't want to organize tabs. Don't judge me. So book number 9 on that list, it's 4 of 6. So I know when we looked at a lot of books last night, I immediately saw series are definitely very popular. And when I come down here, this book is 7,000 in the paid Kindle store. So it's actually not bad at all. Like that's a rank of books that are selling or being moved and read.
Right.
But when we look at number 100 on the list, we are 343,000 in the Kindle store. So that means the books that are at the top of the bestseller list for the hot new release list in this category, readers are grabbing them like hotcakes. Books that do not match this, like that dolls and mirrors and stuff, that is not a demon romance. That's not demons and there's stuff on this list that's not demons and devils. It's ranking on the list because there's no other books to put there. There's not enough good demon and devil books, romance books, to duke it out to make a full 100 book list of books on pre-order and new books to fill the list out.
So you feel like you can fill that niche a little bit, out a little bit.
Exactly. And if I'm going to come in with a rapid release, it's going to hit like a hammer. This is what I'm going to aim to do with this project. 6 novellas. They're released every 2 weeks. So the other 2 are on pre-order when 1 goes out. So I might even release 2 and put the 3 and 4 on pre-order. So that way you end up with like 3 or 4 books on that hot new release list. And when you're a algorithm, because algorithms is dumb, you see an author come in with bam 4 books, hit they match the category, they're top in the category. What are you going to do to those books? You're going to put them in front of more readers
because you want to make more money, because you are an algorithm. Yes,
but it doesn't work as a trick. You have to be an authentic book that those readers want to buy. So the very first start is you have to be what you want to delight readers. Then you have to find an opportunity of where readers aren't getting served. And I've done this multiple times in my career. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. Oh, Christina you got cut off there.
Yeah.
Like
so
there are demons. Yeah.
It's not enough that the hot new release list has like wackadoo books at the end of it that don't match. You also want to make sure that the top books in the things that do match what you're thinking would be on genre.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that those are selling well, and they are. 2,000, which tells me there's a readership here that is devouring books.
So
and
what
I'm looking for?
So are we looking for commonalities in what the covers look like? Are we looking for some type of maybe tropish sort of things in the blurb, or
you could? What we really did the other night is I started looking for it to find books that I would want to read, and it was kind of slim pickings and it's nothing against the books that are there. It's just the books that I personally like to read. So I would want to, and then I know enough from the TV shows and stuff of like what I'm trying to do. So I'm still like making it for my, I want to make it for like my aesthetic, because I'm always reader zero.
Right.
Now, Christina says it's a readership that's being radicalized against AI. I'm not worried about that. I'm really not. Those book covers, I'm sorry, but some of them are busted looking and they could benefit from some good AI covers. I'm not saying which ones. I'm just saying.
Hey.
And if it gets radicalized by AI, even better. Even better. Because people always come to check out the train wreck.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You have been super great this weekend. From all of us who have had an opportunity to just watch you do your thing and work this whole weekend with all these different people and different guests and stuff like that, and kind of get like a whole book series even started because of your skills and the tools that you're using and how quickly you can do it. It's just so much fun to watch. And everybody here would agree with that exact same notion. They'd all say yes, 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 of course.
Yes. Queen Olivia says, I am the Energizer Bunny on crack.
Yeah.
Thanks, Olivia. Keep me humble.
This was fun. Yeah, but you can't jump on a Zoom after this though.
No, I can't. It's only 10 o'clock, so I'll jump on a Zoom. But we will only do it at 10:30. All right. All those in favor of adjourning this evening on YouTube. And by the way, what I taught about the Amazon store, I've been teaching that to authors since like 2014.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's always been there. There will not. McKinley's like, get your snacks, everybody. All right. I will meet you guys all in the lab room.
Lab or quad?
Lab. You need to join the mastermind to go into the Zoom.
You need to join the mastermind, everyone.
And also, I think that there might be writing sprints in the quad room at 11.
Hey,
and
do me a favor. Do me a favor, everybody. Like this video. If you have not subscribed to the Future Fiction Academy yet, please do that. We're trying to make it to 4,000, hopefully before the end of this weekend. It would be really cool if that happened. But if it doesn't, please come on over, join the free classes, get your hands on Raptor Write, get your hands on the 30-day free trial of the Future Fiction Academy. There is a link below. Make sure you do it, and I hope to see you in the quad room in about 5-10 minutes.
Room.
Not the quad. In the lab room in about 5 minutes, okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Elizabeth, again, thank you so much for this. Everybody, let's give Elizabeth a big old round. Give her the golf claps, baby.
The golf clap. Listen, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and then 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. will be the 12th and final live until probably around, I think we'll do some lives around December 20th, like when it's going to actually close.
Yep. Why not?
All right. I'll see you guys in the lab room. Last one there has to close the door.
Bye, everybody.